Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. Today's video will be a bit different from the usual bird videos that I upload, as I will be showcasing my other unique pets, which are ants. Today, I will be showcasing my two carpenter ant colonies. You might find it weird for me to keep ants and to upload something not bird related, as the idea of keeping pet ants could be kind of weird in a sense. However, I think it is still a very inexpensive and fun hobby, and I will be sure to cover more details of ant keeping in another video. First up, I have a fairly common species here in Singapore, a small city in Southeast Asia, the golden-haired carpenter ant, scientifically known as Camponotus oriventris. Now, I had this colony for about 3 months, originally bought from another local ant enthusiast here in Singapore. You might notice that the queen, which is the big ant, has thin golden hairs covering it. The hairs on the workers are not as obvious as the queen's, giving them a navy blue color. This colony is quite distinctive from other carpenter ant colonies, as workers generally forage in the day. Normally, most carpenter ants forage at night, as they will risk overheating if they forage in the day. However, this is not a problem for our golden-haired carpenter ants, as the golden hairs covering their bodies easily reflect ultraviolet light from the sun, so they are able to forage freely without the risk of overheating. You might also notice that the workers are eagerly doing some sort of a kissing action. This is actually called trophallaxis, and ants are actually regurgitating food from their social stomach to feed other ants, similar to how birds feed each other. The queen also receives the same kind of treatment. This is a highly sophisticated strategy in survival, as despite only a few workers surfacing to forage and eat food, the entire colony remains well fed. You might also notice that there is a pile of matter at the entrance of the test tube. These are the ants' waste. Ants are clean animals and are smart enough to pile garbage away from their nest, as to discourage mold from growing in their nest, another highly important strategy for survival. Unfortunately, there was a serious problem in the ants' test tube. They were starting to outgrow it. Normally, ants like to nest in cramped spaces so they feel safe. However, this test tube is way too crammed with workers. Some even started to bite at the cloth at the entrance, eagerly wanting to dig out and expand their nest. Therefore, after the ant farm I ordered have arrived, I will be sure to quickly move them in so they can live happily. I will be sure to post updates on them, so be sure to subscribe and stay tuned for my next videos. Next up, I have a colony of Camponotus irritans. Now, these ants do not have an actual common name, so I just refer to them by their scientific name. This is a colony that was raised from just a single queen that I caught 3 months ago. Now, with 7 workers present, the colony was well underway. The colony had chosen to establish their garbage sites right at the cotton, which is absorbing the water of the test tube. So I will have to watch out for it in case a mold outbreak happens. Some of the workers in the colony have more extended and swollen abdomens, unlike the other ants. These ants are called the repletes, as they help to store excess amount of food in their social stomachs, so they are essentially living fridges of the colony. So when a worker is hungry, they will just ask a replete to regurgitate some food to the worker through trophallaxis. Right now, the colony is doing really well in their founding test tube. and I'm not yet really in a rush to move them into a bigger ant farm. So yeah, I will also keep you guys updated on this carpenter and colony, and that is all I have to cover for today. As you can see, after this short showcase of my carpenter ants, you might not always think of ants as the notorious pests in our home, but if we take a closer look, we can actually see all the wonders of ant keeping. I myself also have not heard of ant keeping before watching the YouTube channel Ants Canada, and also some encouragement from my friends. By the way, the queens of both colonies needs a name, so be sure to comment below what name you think is the most suitable and for which queen, and I will see you guys in the next video.